Our friend Norman Finkelstein has been making the rounds on several different shows and podcasts. He obviously just did a 2.5-hour debate on the Comedy Cellar podcast with a Free Press reporter. But the debate he's most looking forward to is one that he probably will not get, but we will try our best to make this happen. Here's Norm Finkelstein challenging Senator Chuck Schumer to debate Israel-Palestine with him in the hopes of instigating a ceasefire. Here is a video that Norm put up on his YouTube channel the other day challenging New York Senator Chuck Schumer, Senate Majority Leader, to a debate.
My name is Norman Finkelstein. I'm an author and a teacher. I've spent the past 40 years researching the Israel-Palestine conflict. A crime is now unfolding in real time before our eyes. It is the crime of genocide. Israel has systematically targeted the land and the people of Gaza for total destruction. The U.S. government is abetting this crime. It has supplied Israel with the weapons. Senior U.S. military advisors are coordinating this genocide with Israel. The Biden administration has protected Israel from international censure. Senator Chuck Schumer is a leading architect and proponent of the genocide. Already in 2010, Senator Schumer stated that it makes sense, and now I'm quoting him, to strangle Gazans economically. Half of Gaza's population comprises children. Senator Schumer wants to strangle 1 million children in Gaza. I challenge Senator Schumer to debate the question: should the U.S. support an immediate ceasefire in Gaza? The American people deserve to know the truth before their money is used to finance a genocide. Contact Senator Schumer's office and demand that he debate me. Thank you.
You know, I don't know how he got into my apartment. I mean, I've been here the last couple days. I don't know when he must have been when I was sleeping.
Must have been in the middle of the night.
Must have chloroformed me.
He's soft-spoken, maybe he snuck in while you were asleep. But yeah, there's Norman Finkelstein challenging Chuck Schumer to a debate. He mentions some of the remarks that Chuck Schumer made in 2010 as part of that video. I just want to remind everybody, here's some remarks that Chuck Schumer made before AIPAC in 2018, so more recent than the ones that Norm referred to in that video. Here's Chuck Schumer on why there's no peace in that region, explaining to his friends at AIPAC.
Let me tell you why, my view, why we don't have peace. Because the fact of the matter is that too many Palestinians and too many Arabs do not want any Jewish state in the Middle East. The view of Palestinians is simple. Well, the Europeans treated the Jews badly, culminating in the Holocaust, and they gave them our land as compensation. Of course, we say it's our land. The Torah says it. But they don't believe in the Torah.
They don't believe in the Torah. Wow. That's why there's no peace in the Middle East, because the Palestinians don't believe in the Torah. I'm going to play this again because you notice he's not referring to any specific group. He's referring to the Palestinians. You can see the scorn and contempt on the part of Chuck Schumer for the Palestinians. Not to Hamas, not to a terrorist group, not to the PLO. No, to the Palestinian people. They don't understand our biblical claim to this land, and that alone, as he says later, is why there's no peace. But go ahead.
And how would we react if a representative of any other religion who was in our political class said something like that. I mean, we already know. How do we react when Republicans make those kinds of theocratic Christian claims about where their guidance comes from? Oh, my God. Can you imagine if a Muslim in Congress, to justify a political position with disdain, dismissed those who do not believe in the Holy Quran? Can you imagine the outrage against that politician? This just passed, right? The guy's the head of the Senate, leader of the Senate said this.
Yep, this was 5 years ago. All right,
and this is also, to me, this is giving away the game. You are confessing that your claim to legitimacy, which, as we've discussed on the show, historically, if you get away from the actual history, Jews had a kingdom there for about 200 years, ending around 700 AD. Many other groups occupied and governed that land for longer, including the Persians, whose successor state today is Iran, the Greeks, the Romans. So if you're going to base it on that, like who held and administrated that land, a lot of other groups have a claim to it. So you're only basing it on a group that, relative to many others, had it for a short amount of time, unless you're basing it on religion. So you're arguing that your claim is essentially theological and you have a theocratic state, right? I mean, that's what you're saying, isn't it?
Of course.
In the Middle East. The view of Palestinians is simple. Well, the Europeans treated the Jews badly, culminating in the Holocaust, and they gave them our land as compensation. Of course, we say it's our land. The Torah says it. But they don't believe in the Torah. So, that's the reason there is not peace. They invent other reasons, but they do not believe in a Jewish state. And that is why we in America must stand strong with Israel through thick and thin. We must, because that is the reason, not any of these other false shibboleths, why there is not peace in the Middle East.
That's the reason, not any of these other false shibboleths, while there's not peace in the Middle East. So yeah, Norm wants to debate Chuck Schumer, and I think we can help make this happen here. We can at least, I know the strength of the DueDissidence audience can at least get this change.org petition to its desired 5,000 signature threshold here. So change.org, Chuck Schumer debate Norman Finkelstein on Gaza. This has 3,964 signatures. We get a little over 10,000 people watching these streams. We can get this over 5,000, can't we? We can get 1,000 names on this. Why don't we do that? Why don't you go to change.org, just search Chuck Schumer, Norman Finkelstein, and sign that petition. Let's get that over 5,000.
That's pretty close to 5,000.
Yeah, we can get there.
Not that he would ever do it in a gazillion years, because he'll be exposed as the fucking fool he is.
Right. But we could at least get this signed, right? I mean, we get about, like I said, we're getting about, between YouTube and Rumble, we're getting, a good 10 to 15,000 viewers per stream. So 1,000, if you guys go and sign up, boom, that gets us over 5,000. I think we could do that for our pal, Norm Finkelstein. So go to change.org and search Finkelstein, Schumer, and you will find that right there, and put your name on the dotted line, because that is a debate that would be one for the ages.
Please clap.